of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meats.
Happy Hanukkah from your local Food City.
This is a time of year when hopefully you are feeling blessed with abundance. We certainly hope that that's the case for you, but you don't have to look very far in the Chattanooga area these days to see people who are really struggling in life. And so luckily for them, and I guess for all of us, there are different organizations in town who are right there to help those folks to success. One of those organizations, the largest one in fact, happens to be the Chatt Foundation. Baron King is the CEO of that organization. It's newly created, really was once upon a time, if I have this right, Baron, the community kitchen, right?
Yeah, for 40 years. We started as the community kitchen, and it was a great name. We have a lot of volunteers and people that donate to us. We have a good history in this city of providing services to the homeless. But when you ask people what we do at the community kitchen, they said, well, you're a soup kitchen. And we provide so many more services than that. So
many more, and yet the kitchen part of it is still very much at the core, because part of what you do at Chatt Foundation, and I'll let you elaborate, but you train people for jobs, and often that is with culinary.
Well, we're just starting that program. We're fortunate enough this past fall to redesign and reinvigorate our kitchen and dining room. We were in a 120-year-old building. It was dreary. A lot of the kitchen equipment wasn't working. Essentially, we were a soup kitchen that couldn't make soup. So we have all new equipment. We have a beautiful new design, which provides a much more comfortable and pleasing environment for the homeless folks that we serve. 3 meals a day, 365 days a year. 140,000 meals last year.
That's a lot.
But what we're doing with the kitchen is, since we have brand new equipment and we recognize that the pathways to self-sustainability often include employment, we're launching our workforce development program around the culinary arts, where we'll be employing 3 homeless individuals for 90-day periods to learn the culinary arts, so we can launch them into the food service world in the Chattanooga area.
So will you do the elaboration for me on what the Chatt stands for, because it's not Chattanooga?
Well, it's nice that it matches Chattanooga, but no, it stands for the Center for Homeless Advancement for Today and Tomorrow.
Okay.
Our goal is to put people on a path to self-sustainability. If we were just about band-aiding the problem of homelessness, I probably wouldn't be with the organization. But our goal is to identify the obstacles that people have in their lives to not only being housed, but be able to thrive.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute, because when you were talking about this new culinary program that you have, 90 days, that's 3 months, not a long time.
Sure.
So you have this, certification, if you will, this
Yes.
hireability factor now.
Yes.
But having that become now a sustainable way to live independently can be 2 different things. So do you help them transition with housing as well?
We do. We have a team of 5 case managers. They're involved with housing navigation, finding supportive services. A lot of times individuals come in and we assess them individually. We find out what are their strengths and what are their obstacles. And then what we try and do is connect them to the services in the area, the benefits in the area, to whether it's employment, whether it's food stamps, whatever it is that they need to shore them up. And so we also are involved in a state-run program for eviction prevention, because while we're all aware of the homeless crisis in our community, there are thousands of people that are living rent-burdened, and it's 90% cheaper to keep somebody housed than it is to rehouse them. So the state provides money through us where we can help individuals that are facing eviction.
I was having a conversation before you got here with a coworker, and we were talking a little bit about this time of year and what it can be like, and I made the comment, it can get so overwhelming sometimes I don't know where to start. And mine is from that sense of abundance that we were talking about earlier. If you're a person and you're really struggling with just the day-to-day coping, you sometimes can get kind of paralyzed and not even knowing how to plow ahead.
Exactly. And especially for our unsheltered homeless community that are living in tents and tarps, their main focus on a daily basis is survival. We have a memorial service on the winter solstice every year where we read the names of homeless individuals that have passed away over the last year. Next week we're going to have our service, and we're going to be reading 104 names.
Wow.
And that's between exposure to the elements, mental illness, physical illness, substance use disorders. It's a tough place to live.
Okay, so on the mental illness side of things, really just the totality of life side of things, do you try to have those resources to at least direct people in all those different areas?
We do. We recognized last year when I came on board that one of the big gaps in services for homeless individuals is behavioral health. So we were fortunate enough to enter into a partnership with Volunteer Behavioral Health, and they're providing a full-time crisis counselor to us on site that helps people in crisis and connects them to other services. And we're hoping in 2024 to be able to add another licensed professional counselor to assist in the various mental health needs. But there's a lot of need out there.
So you are talking to us at a time where we're all going to feel, I hope, a lot of emotional tug come Christmas morning and in the days that are about to be coming our way, where you have this kind of generous spirit, and then life has a way of kind of kicking back in again, and it does. You don't mean for it to go away, but it kind of does. So if someone's looking to make an end-of-year donation, do you accept those?
Oh yes. So we have a we have a lot of needs. We have ongoing food needs, so people donating food all the time is wonderful, but also clothing. Our homeless individuals are in desperate need of clothing, especially in the winter months. We run a thrift store that I'm proud to say is the least profitable thrift store in Tennessee because we donate about 90% of what we take in to the homeless community. But we also are in desperate need of cash donations. We're in the middle of our Fast Day campaign. If you go to our website, chatfoundation.org, we make it really easy to donate. And what we encourage everybody to do is pick one day out of the year for the rest of the year and fast. Don't eat. And then estimate what that money would have cost to feed you, whether it's for yourself or your family, and make that donation to us. It's a way of not only supporting the homeless, but also experiencing a little bit of what homeless individuals face on a regular basis.
So I know you were in Philadelphia, you said,
Yes.
for quite a number of years, came here from there. You haven't been in town that long.
20 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's counting. Have you been surprised at what you have learned of Chattanooga and the way it's a grassroots community?
Absolutely. Number one, the generosity in this community has blown me away, whether it's individuals or charitable foundations or businesses that are willing to come alongside of us. We had a wonderful visit from Jim Osborne of Chili Pepper Ranch in Appleton, who I saw on the morning show that you do, and he donated $6,000 worth of Wagyu beef to us.
Wow.
And you know, our participants eat a lot of poultry because that's turkeys and chicken is what usually gets donated. We can now cook things that we couldn't cook before because of our new kitchen equipment. And so today, Chef Danny is actually making osobuco for the homeless individuals. So we're trying to find ways of partnering with people in the community through special donations. And then we're always looking for volunteers. We have a volunteer army that served 20,000 hours last year, but we still have needs, whether it's serving food, helping the thrift store, or even doing something like providing after-school tutoring for the children in the McClellan shelter that's on our facility.
We've interviewed a lot of people over the years. We've been on the air now for 13 years or something like that. I've kind of lost track. And one of the most memorable times that stands out for me, there was a nonprofit in town, don't know if they even still exist, and they used to give running shoes, and then eventually it was bikes to homeless who they had to kind of accomplish like a mile run type of, it was a fitness thing.
Right.
But she came in to talk about that, and with her she brought a homeless couple. And they were the sweetest people, and it was medical costs and situations that had brought them to this point. And on this particular day, we had a restaurant here, Texas Roadhouse or somebody, and all of this food. And we, of course, said, please stay, you know, and eat with us. And I can just remember feeling the gift to us that we had a chance to sit and eat with them. And it was just neighbor to neighbor. It was a great feeling.
Having one-on-one contact with homeless individuals is eye-opening. I think there's a lot of myths out there. The biggest one I hear is people are homeless because they are lazy or they make bad choices. And you know, I know housed, employed, lazy people that make bad choices, but the story I hear most often is that somebody's landlord decided to raise the rent $200 a month. They couldn't afford the difference, so they started looking for someplace cheaper. They couldn't find anything, and now they're homeless. Oftentimes these folks are employed, they're in good health, and what we try and do is get them back on their feet as quick as possible, because the longer they're homeless, their quality of life starts to deteriorate pretty quickly.
Well, welcome to Chattanooga.
Thank you.
It's the Chatt Foundation. Here's how you can make that donation or find out about volunteering if you're interested. Chatfoundation.org. 756-4222 is their phone number. We're back in a minute.
Ascension Living provides services and amenities to our residents.
It's such a close-knit group. It's so much like family.
Why wouldn't you want to live here too? Come home to Ascension Living.
Hi, I'm Paul Barris, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me June 15th to the 24th as we explore Bryce, Zion, and the Grand Canyon. Immerse yourself in the scenic beauty of 4 iconic national parks. Enjoy sweeping panoramas and otherworldly rock formations in these one-of-a-kind locations. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword local3 for more information.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my